This works fine. It has a few quirks that I don't like, but they aren't deal breakers. It'll just take off 1 star. Other than these quirks/annoyances, it works just fine and gives a great picture. Update: ignore quirk number 1. Turns out it remembered where you left off. But only after you choose language for the video, and actually push play to start the movie. It will give a screen prompt if you want to resume where you left off. Not intuitive, and it seems to remember only 1 disc. Back to original review quirk/annoyance 1, it doesn't remember where you left off when you turn the unit off. If it's on, and the disc hasn't been ejected, he'll remember where you left off in the movie. Maybe. Quirk/annoyance 2, it has a beginning menu that shows all apps and inputs of the player. That seems nice, but it takes it longer to boot up and recognize that a disc is inserted. And it doesn't start the disc right away, you have to choose it from among all those apps and inputs. Most players start the disc immediately, but this one only seems to do that when you insert a disc before turning on the television. So, either it starts playing discs before the TV has time to boot up, or it makes you wait and then select the disc. Well, that's backwards, and a waste of time. Quirk/annoyance 3, if you leave a disc in the player, then upon powering up again, the aspect ratio is incorrect. It stretches the picture sideways, both 4:3 and 16:9 are distorted. There aren't any settings on the DVD player to adjust the aspect temporarily. To get the picture to correctly display, either press stop while the disc is playing and then immediately press play, or eject the disc and insert it again. Neither should be necessary, of course, especially when the disc was playing correctly before being turned off earlier. Quirk/annoyance 4, the remote is very little, the buttons are close together. Worse, the Netflix button on the remote is annoying large and annoying placed in the center between home, favorites, play, and forward. So unless you keep a slightly long thumbnail, and are careful when pressing buttons, you'll be switching your player to the Netflix app unexpectedly and at the worst possible moment. Particularly annoying if you don't use Netflix at all. Evidently Netflix paid for this product placement, because there are no other dedicated app or streaming service buttons on the remote. Of course, if you use a multi-purpose, third-party remote, this won't be a problem. Logitech Harmony, I may break down and buy one yet. By the way, I haven't tried the apps because they are very limited and immediately upon updating the firmware, one was removed, don't remember which one. I also didn't bother, because it doesn't save any apps to favorites. It seems like it does, but later it will update software automatically and they're gone again. Update. Seems like they fixed this bug, faves are saved now. The few I would use are on my Roku unit, along with a lot more services, so there's no point in me using the DVD player for them. It also says it wants to update software or firmware quite regularly, then says there's nothing to update. Click link in description for more reviews.